Oh, no, it doesn't. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second Crosstalks podcast episode. I'm delighted to say that today I'm joined by Alex, Joe, and we've got a newcomer, the famous Southerner and civil servant, Ewan Gilchrist. So,
Welcome, Ian.
we've got a lot to discuss in this podcast. But of course, we're going to start with Alex's fantastic marathon effort. So this is just off the top of my head, Alex.
Huge.
I believe you've managed to raise £2,115 and 40 pence. And if you include gift aid, that comes to £2,571.75. So
Yeah, I think that's about right, Marco.
that's
Pretty astonishing.
I can't remember exactly what time you ran. Is it like around 2:48-ish?
Yeah, just 2:47:59. So we'll take that second. Every second counts.
Fantastic effort. So I saw from Instagram, Ewan, that you were involved in this. So what part did you play in Alex's run?
Don't undersell yourself like I undersold you as well.
Yeah, in some of the official communications, some absolutely scandalous lies have been told. Funnily enough, overstating the work that Arlo did. I did.
Sorry, it was genuine mistake.
It's fun. It's really fun. So obviously Maidenhead's not really that near where I was, but I made my way in a socially distanced manner. Obviously not using public transport or anything like that. And linked up the last 10 miles of Alex.
Oh, nice.
His dad, Chris. Big shout out, Chris. Big love, Chris.
Good.
Big shout out to Christoph.
It was very good. Chris actually did more than a marathon on the bike. Chris was on ball duty, so Chris was the real hero. Chris didn't raise any money.
He's actually going to watch this as well, so.
Yeah. So from what I saw from your Instagram stories, it looked like Arlo did to halfway-ish, like half marathon point, and then Ewan took it from there. Or I swear there was someone else at one point as well.
Yeah, there's someone who looks very similar to Ewan but isn't Ewan, to make things really complex. But yeah, just to give it a quick breakdown. So Arlo also joined me in a socially distant fashion, but he joined me from the start. And Arlo was kind of, hopefully he joins at some point so we can get into his head, but he was kind of like not, it was kind of in the air where he was going to end, just kind of go to what he felt and where he could get to public transport as well. But so he actually ended up doing, what was it, Ewan? Where did you come in? 16, roughly. So he actually went all the way to 16, which was a huge shift from him. But yeah, so he did 16. We also had another guy, Sam, who did a stellar effort himself. He did a half marathon. He did his first half, and he did that from about 4 or 5 miles, and then did the 13, and then called it a day there.
Interesting apparel as well from Sam.
Oh, unreal.
He wasn't wearing any, he wasn't sporting the 4%, not even Alex's pegs, but he was wearing a lovely pair of zip-up trainers.
He absolutely loves his zip-up trainers. Like when he found those, he was absolutely over the moon, just how practical they are when you finish. Like, if you get to the end of a hard run, unzip your shoes and you're out. So yeah, big shout out to zip-ups.
Boys in the South just have never had to tie their shoelaces, never been taught. I'm guessing you realise that all the time. As soon as you get down here, you walk around the office, just zip-ups everywhere. They even wear those zip-up trousers,
zip-up shirts.
Zip-up shirts, yeah. You can't I'll be on calls and stuff, and all you just hear is zips. Ridiculous.
Oh, that's harsh. That's very harsh.
Zip-up running shoes, they'll have to fit you perfectly because you can't I'm guessing they're either off or they're fully zipped up, so you can't change how tight it is, or they're like a Velcro.
I think his one is just pure zip, but yeah, I think there's definitely a risk element for going for the zip. But they're Nike shoes, so they're going to be a decent standard, and I think he's quite happy with the fit.
Yeah,
Nike zip, yeah.
I saw as well on your Instagram post that you had times written on your hand. So
yes,
have you planned the negative split from the start, or were you just feeling good towards the end?
Yeah. So the plan was, yes, it kind of working out what time to target from sub 3 to 250. Just speaking to a few people there, kind of like, actually, I think you should really have a 250 in mind. So it's getting that balance between going out too hard and, you know, basically spending yourself too early and overcommitting, and also going out too not hard enough and then leaving yourself too much to do and maybe leaving a bit too much in the tank. So the plan we decided was to try and get out in 127, which, so basically the stuff I had on my arm was, I can still got a little bit here, but it was the average pace for the 127, which I think was 6:38. So just trying to get the pace down to 6:38 for that. And then I knew then what we had to do to get obviously the 123 split for the second half, and what average pace that was, to then bring the full average pace down to something like, I can't remember what it was in the end, something like 6:28. But yeah, it was just kind of having those in hand, and also Dad was keeping an eye on stuff. So it's just easier to have it there so you can see it, so you don't have to think about anything.
Each their own though, isn't it? Because obviously Alex is on one end of the scale and I was on the other, not requiring any sort of pace judgment, just for the Casio.
Just the Casio.
The Casio, my brain.
The Casio does absolute wonders. As long as you know what time of day it is and the sun's in the sky and your brain's in the right position, then there's nothing that can stop you.
When did you find out that there was a route change? Did you get to wherever it was and then realize it was shut and then have to change, or did you like scout it out before the start?
Yeah, this is kind of probably the most controversial bit about the marathon, because the part of the route included Dorney Lake, which is private land. It's owned by Eton, but it's private land, but it's so public in the fact that usually it's just always open and you're free to sort of to use it as you will. And we'd done a couple of practice runs around there in the day, so I'd been there 2 or 3 times previously in the weeks leading up. But just sort of sod laws was that some of the people that were coming out to watch, they kind of they told Mum that they were like, Dorney's actually closed. So then Mum messages Dad. One of his other jobs was communication, and it must have been about, I don't know, 9 miles, and Dad just goes, right, Dorney's closed, gonna have to think of something else to do. And it's just like, oh, let's not panic too much. There's always going to be an option. But it turned out that the gates were shut, but there are public footpaths up the side, and Ewan will probably know more than me because he was there for a longer time, but there was a way to get in. So we kind of went round it, got in a gate, did a lap, and then kind of went out that same gate and came back round. So it actually worked out quite nicely in the end. Okay. But yeah, did throw a little spanner in the works, but luckily the team managed to, keep things nice and smooth. So it was, and the real main thing was making sure we actually found Ewan, because it would have been a nightmare if we couldn't get in, and obviously his journey would have been wasted, which would have been really sad. But thankfully we saw him.
If those at home haven't grasped by now, the whole event was centered around me, and it was for me. So obviously, if they got to mile 16 and I wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened.
It would have been sad.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the foundations who took part for putting on this event for me, and everyone who donated as well. Just another extra thank you.
It's good of you. They'll appreciate that.
Good stuff. I think next. So I've not spoken to you in a while, Ewan. So I think it'd be good to have a little catch up. So the last I've heard of your whereabouts, you were on holiday in India with Ben Brunswick.
God, that's long ago.
Honestly, that feels like so long ago. So yeah, what have you been up to since then? And just give me a nice little overview of that holiday as well, because I just knew you were out there. Didn't it go pretty south?
So firstly, yeah, just to clear the air slightly, there's been certain rumours spread by certain people, maybe on this call, some on this call, some not on this call, some maybe in a relationship with people on this call, about that trip. But if you've heard those rumours, yeah, I just want to throw those into the dust right now. But yeah, it was a lovely trip. Ben was very ill, which was tough. I wasn't ill, but I had made Ben go on the trip, so that was obviously had some kind of like ethical implications on me, and I felt like a bit of a bad person. But then I had a great time. So yeah, no hard feelings. Ben, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Do you know what made him ill? Or
I think food, and then Ben just, I don't know, Ben just didn't want to hydrate. He just wasn't keen on the rehydration sachets. I couldn't like force them down him. So yeah, they tasted a bit like Calpol, so I was just loving it. I was like hydrating, but Ben wasn't a fan. It culminated in like when we got back to the airport at the end. I turned to Ben and I was like I know you've had some tough times, but like you have enjoyed the trip, haven't you? And I was like, if you were going to go back and like if you had the option to do it again, you would. And he was like, yeah, probably not. And then he turned on his flight, and I only saw him for the first time since like this summer. So we had like 12 months apart after that. Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty emotional.
Yeah. Was that the summer of last year that you went on that?
Yeah, 20. 19. Yeah, 19.
Okay. Feels like so long ago now. So yeah, is that you've since started a job as a civil servant? Give me a break. What's a day in the life of Ewan Gilchrist, civil servant, pre coronavirus and post coronavirus, or pre coronavirus and during coronavirus?
Well, at the moment it's quite coronavirus related. I'm doing quite a lot of COVID stuff. I was actually doing a bit on getting people home from uni. So obviously giving bit back to the community, you know, all you guys who've been so great to me over the years. I was like working on policies to like get you all home and get you all safe. So obviously like the student travel window that I know everyone's gonna obey and respect. Like I helped out a bit with that. But yeah, no, it's really interesting work. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, and still doing bits of running, but not as much as I once was. It's not like how it was back when I lived with Joe and Rob and everyone. But
when you had some real role models to show you the way to it.
Have the viewers been informed about the 3Gs yet?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think even I know what that is.
Come on, Joe. This is your moment. I think I'm not worthy of like the amount of people I've told about the 3Gs. I think I don't know.
You've probably told more people than me. It's just the philosophy of life more generally, but specifically running, really. And the 3Gs stand for grit, graft, and grind. They're the three qualities that you must show in all aspects of your life.
Nice. Sounds good.
And yeah, Joe epitomized the 3Gs when we lived in Langcross. And I literally think you came out for one run with me in the whole semester I was in that flat, which was slightly disappointing, but
yeah.
No hard feelings.
Where are you now anyway, Joe? Are you still in Manchester on your own, or are you?
No, I'm at home because I've been on. Well, I was meant to be on placement in Bolton, but then I've been off for the last couple of weeks with COVID, so I've just been off doing nothing.
Oh, you've had coronavirus?
Yep.
Oh, how did it make you feel?
I felt pretty rough actually last week. I just had like cold symptoms, really.
Yeah. Like taste or sense of smell or anything like that?
Yeah, I lost my sense of smell and taste.
Yeah.
So
when Ellie tested positive for it and I didn't, but obviously like if she had it, I had it as well. I lost my sense of smell and I realized like a week or two after, like I'd recovered that I couldn't smell and I still can't smell anything. So hopefully it'll come back soon. Has yours come back or?
No, I think it will take a couple of weeks at least. Yeah.
Nice. Are you feeling pretty recovered now, or you still feel a bit rubbish?
Yeah, I feel better, to be honest.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like not the worst time to get it with being injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some rest time anyway. Is your injury getting better? Are you feeling all right? Or?
Well, I think to be honest, because I was ill, I was just in bed basically for a few days, and then other days I was just watching TV, just sitting around basically. So that rest really helped. And I think that has been good, but I'm still going to take things quite slow, I think.
Do you have a certain choice of TV program or series, potentially politically based?
I've actually been watching the only kind of daytime TV I kind of enjoy is Homes Under the Hammer, so always give that a go. And then just see what's on catch up TV.
Is that because Dion Doblin's on it?
Yeah, I do enjoy him.
So the Hammer, the one where it goes to auction and someone buys it and then you try and like do it up and resell it.
Yeah.
The Home Goes Under the Hammer.
Daytime TV. Good stuff. Well, I'm a bit disappointed that Arlo's not arrived yet. He said half an hour from 10, so we'll give him. He's got 5 minutes to arrive, which means that we've been on for like 20 minutes. So I don't know. Do you want to wait for Arlo, or should we wrap it up? I don't kind of run out of questions.
Yeah, some quite spicy stuff to say last time, didn't he, Arlo? Throwing out some accusations left, right, and centre.
So what we could do, we could pause the podcast, and then as soon as Arlo arrives, we'll hit record again, and then
we could think of some interesting hot topics as well, hot takes.
It's a new feature. It's a new feature. Just like we all like dive in on Arlo, and he doesn't know. But we've all been chatting for like half an hour, and then we just like attack him with all like prepped questions.
Yeah,
I like the sound of that a lot.
Right, I'm gonna pause the recording, and then we'll hit play again when Arlo arrives. Back. All right, we're back, guys, because Arlo has entered the waiting room, so I'm gonna admit him in now. I bet he's not wearing orange. I bet he's got his vegan runner top on again.
I bet he's got his Herne Hill Harriers thing on. Oh, or he's not got his camera on, and he's on mute. Fantastic.
Bloody hell.
Oh, wow.
Hello, chaps.
Actually,
Jeff Wells was right.
How's it going, Arlo?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What TV program were you watching with your mum?
I was watching something on, I think it's Sky Atlantic. It was a show called The Undoing. I literally just watched the season finale, and it's a bit silly. Like it's a whodunit basically. It's got Hugh Grant and like Nicole Kidman.
Oh no!
It's very like it's like silly kind of drama, and like has a cliffhanger at the end of each episode. So like you have to watch the next one, even though
sounds a bit like Cross Talks.
Yeah, gotta watch the next one. Well,
Who done it?
I think it's a show about also like the main character who Hugh Grant plays is like a massive, like he gaslights everyone, or his wife especially. And I basically also realised that I'd been gaslit by him, because I was cheering for him the whole way through, and it turns out, yeah, he was the killer, and he's like,
you sport it.
Right, I'm not gonna watch it now.
Sorry. Oh God. Oh, that's
Get him out.
We're gonna get more letters into the show now after that. Like last week.
Oh my
God.
God.
Do that actually. We should take like fan questions and read them out on.
Marco, you should get an email address going.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Talks Pod.
Can you cut that out?
Have you told Ofcom about this show? Just in case they get any complaints like directed to them, that they can redirect.
I don't even know what Ofcom is. These are all.
Ewan basically works for them.
Yeah.
He's like 3 doors down from them.
Oh yeah, whereabouts?
They've got a zip-up door.
Ewan.
Sorry?
When you're in the office, whereabouts you actually work?
I work on the least glamorous end of Whitehall, so it's like a bit down from. It's down the river from Westminster slightly. It's not like near the Treasure or anything like that.
It's not far from Slough.
Yeah, basically, it's in Slough. I work in Slough.
Are you listening?
Slough's quite nice. I quite like
not,
Slough.
not far down the river, yeah.
Oh dear.
We
I was in
there's,
Slough.
there's talk of like moving a lot of the civil service to Croydon, so it's like you laugh a lot, but like
Right.
Oh,
Right.
dear.
That's near your ends, isn't it, Arlo?
Yeah. Yeah, just jump on a bus. You're right there.
nice.
How did you find the first 60 miles of the marathon, Arlo? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, it was all right. It was really enjoyable, actually. Yeah, it was fun. I'd actually run 6 miles already because I had to run to the station, get the tube to central London, then run over to Paddington, then go to Maidenhead, and then run to Alex's. So I'd already done a fair few miles. Obviously spaced out over an hour and a half. But yeah, it was really enjoyable.
You had to finish it off as well, didn't you? You had to get back home as well.
Yeah, had to finish off with 4 miles off to Slough. We had an absolute nightmare because like obviously had the e-tickets on my phone and like was 1%, and I was just shitting it that I was not gonna make it. Yeah, so that was intense.
If you did 16 pacing, and then what did you 4 there and 4 back? So you did 24.
Yeah, probably about that.
So you were very close to marathon.
But it was over quite a long period of time.
So was Alex's though.
Oh, come on, none of that.
Jesus Christ. Maybe I should have got my paces doing a better job.
I've already heard rumblings from up north about like, was it quick enough? Like
I'll tell you the measure of was it quick enough was the G Wells himself said he would only donate to the cause if he thought it was quick enough, and he donated. So no, I'd say that's quite tough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's he probably thought it was a bit quick. Take it easy,
Be careful there.
Yeah.
More of us are Team Roden than Team Joff in this chat, aren't we?
Well, Joe Howe's team Mac.
Joe, yeah.
I'm team what?
Mac O'Malley.
I'm not part of any team. Well, part of Blackburn Harriers. That's my only team.
Team Luke Betts.
Yeah, Luke Betts.
Don't even go there.
Oh no! Callum Davidson's been training with this super fast guy, and he's trying to get him to join Blackburn. Is it Nick McCormick? Does that ring any bells to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He seems like he's well fast though. I think he is well fast. Yeah, that'd be a good signing. Cool. Should we move on to some?
You've just dropped like a 20-stone block onto Joe's like future in the team. Like his place is like
that'll be good.
Yeah. You're like, oh, that guy's well quick, and Joe's just there. It's so hard to get back into that Northern 12-stage team. And now,
he wasn't even born in Blackburn. He's getting brought into the team.
Just thank God Joe was born in Blackburn. Eh?
Yeah, thank God Joe's a local lad. Yeah, it's all right. Joe, you deserve the spot in that team.
Yeah, I've had some. One day I'll be back in the team.
Nice. Right, have we got any hot takes and popular?
Yeah, I've actually got one. That's
I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking of what. Yeah, you go first.
If you don't mind, I will go first because it has really. On Saturday evening on BBC, I was watching Strictly with my mum, and it's only week 6, and they're already handing out perfect scores. Now, there's always been a bit of a issue with Strictly with the whole argument about are these people professionally trained or not, and yeah, that's fair enough. But I just feel as though the integrity of the show at the moment is just being ruined because if you've got people coming in at week 6 getting perfect scores, where does that leave them as the dancer and me as the viewer? The journey has ended because I only want to be seeing perfect scores granted, there will be some good people, but I only want to be seeing them with a few weeks to go. And to see the guy, he's a lovely guy, but he's a YouTuber, and his name is Harvey, but without any of the vowels, which is a separate point. But he did dance well, but in my book, no way was it 3 10s. So I'd like to see Ofcom sort that out, and I will be complaining, and I don't want to see any other 10s until at least beyond week 11 or 12. That's
let me get a pen, one sec.
That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, Alex. When you started talking about watching Strictly and you had a complaint, I thought you were gonna go on some like homophobic rant about how it should only be men and women dancing together.
No way, no. I think it's great what Strictly doing.
He says that stuff before you hit record. He only does that stuff before record. He's got a good rep, this Alex kid. He used to be in the Jordan Peterson run group. Those are the days. That was Ben Brunswick's group, that, by the way. I was just a member. I remember
chatting to you about Jordan Peterson on one run, actually. You were talking about how a lot of his ideas or like what he talks about is just like bollocks. Like if you want to I can't remember what it was. Like if you want to sort out climate change, you just want to make everyone richer. I swear he said that at some point. Yeah. Load of rubbish. Anyway,
that's a little bit too insightful for me. That might have been Ben actually. Who said that?
Hello, what was your hot take?
So I didn't run yesterday or today, just because I was recovering actually from quite a few miles on the weekend. I was thinking that when I don't run, I never shower, and I just thought that's my hot take, that I only shower after running.
Yeah, but you are a bit more of a morning shower man now, aren't you?
You did put me. Yeah, you did sway me. For
there are a few things we worked on in your daily routine, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is it so you guys can shower together in the house?
Yeah, we do prefer that.
Yeah.
It's just unideal when I want to shower and Arlo's not in there already, so we just thought we'd merge the times, and then we can listen to Dark Horse together.
Oh, dear.
That's a different type of hot take. That's just hot.
So Arlo, when was the last time you showered then?
It would have been Saturday. Would have been Saturday.
Fair enough, mate.
Yeah.
As long as you haven't got loads of layers on in the house, you should be all right because you won't sweat that much. So as long as you're not wearing a jacket indoors, you'll be all right.
God.
I just feel sorry for your mum when you sat on the sofa together.
Oh God!
and you're there sweating away because you didn't realise the guy was a gaslighter.
Yeah.
Oh,
next to mum as well.
Yeah, and the cats.
Oh.
Sorry, cats.
All cats.
What about Frank?
Frank's out right now on a little late night excursion. Yeah, he's actually with Brent in Brent. So if you know, you know.
Where's the electric van?
It's in Brent.
Wow. If you know, you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Cool. Right. Have we got any other business or?
Yeah, Arlo, has the dog walking business been affected by lockdown or the tier system?
I was actually out with the dogs today. Currently in the national lockdown, so it wasn't. It was all right. Yeah. So I don't think it has. I think it was in March, kind of when everyone was figuring things out because everyone was working from home. I think when the weather was nice, people were like keen to take their dogs out, but now the weather's gone really bad. They'd rather pay someone to do it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So the business is back.
It's good to hear.
Glad to hear it.
You can sound a bit more positive about it, Arlo. Like it's a tough time for everyone, and you've got employment and you're making money. If you could just be more chipper, that'd be nice. Lots of our viewers are in tough times.
You've been swayed by the Tory attitude that it's a luxury to be able to work and have a job.
Oh dear.
Not good.
More from you, Ewan. That didn't expect that to come from your mouth at all. Ewan.
Or from me.
Yeah. Just because you got a job, mate. Just because you're good at those situational judgment questions.
Yeah, not everyone can do those, can they?
Not when there's someone running at the screen with a stick.
Oh dear.
All right, nice. And any other business on top of any other business, or are we all?
No.
Or all?
Ewan, why are you wearing that? Do you mean to cause issues?
I think we've been underrepresented on this call. The local athletes who aren't local anymore, but also I think it's worth noting we were sponsored by the council. So I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank you all for contributing. Whenever you pay some sort of tax, I'm sure you guys pay. I don't know.
None of us pay council tax, Ewan, I'm afraid.
Okay, when you go to Sports City, they charge you like £3 to use the track. That's going back to sales.
Yeah.
So.
Can I just ask a question about? There's potentially some money being run through, because if you think about it, the Wythenshawe track is owned by the council. The council sponsor Sale Harriers. Sale Harriers are paying to use the track. So I feel like that's going in circles. Every time you're probably claiming gift aid on that. So
Be careful what you say, Alan. There'll be a knock at the door tomorrow.
Don't expose Norman Poole like that.
Ollie, you wonder how I pass the situational judgment tests. Like...
Oh dear. No, it's all right. The private sector ones are all right. With the normal people.
God.
Oh, I want to ask how accurate is the thick of it from your experience, Ewan? Are there any similarities?
I think not that I've seen really. Not the kind of like really, really sweary stuff. The more like jokey and the nice end.
What about the Glens?
Yeah, there's lots of Glens. Lots of
that is a dream.
Basically, it's all the street characters are there. None of the the real like tub thumping ones you want to see. But I think they're all kind of like in their own little bubbles. I'm sure if anyone's been following any attention to what's been in the news recently about certain cabinet ministers, then you'll get a good impression of how things can get.
Fiery.
Do you feel as though you get bullied at work?
He used to get bullied.
Is this an extension? Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever been bullied at work. Thanks, Alex.
Okay, I'm just checking on you.
That's all right.
Have you? No, different question. Have you ever felt as though you've been bullied?
Oh, good question.
Not at work, maybe at university, yeah. My housemates and fellow members of my local community.
Well, that's fine, but it's all about how people feel about things.
Does the name Rob Valance ring any bells?
Never heard of him.
No.
All disassociate ourselves with Rob Valance.
Rob's not a bully. Oh, we shouldn't slander anyone.
We can have an inquiry. We can bring Rob on and have a full on we can have some questions prepared for him and stuff. Okay. I think he'll crack. He's got no moral fibre, that man.
That's what bullies do. They crack.
Oh, was it you that you hadn't seen Rob for a while? And the first thing he said to you was like, "Oh, you're looking porky."
So that's a misconception. He did say I was looking porky, but he was actually referring to when he first saw me. So he was saying that I'd slimmed down and I was actually looking quite good.
Okay, yeah.
I was looking porky before.
Yeah. Right, Arlo, you can come forward too, mate.
Cool. Right, we got any other business on top of any other business on top of any other business, so are we all good?
I think they've had enough.
Yeah, to be fair, I bet this episode's gonna be like 40 minutes long.
The only other thing I'd add is we can't be playing on a Wednesday night and then having a Saturday morning slot. That's it. And I don't care whether it's Des Kelly or Jeff Shreves or Kelly Cates. It's not acceptable.
Are you going to call out any Premier League managers on this?
I'd rather not on camera, no.
I reckon Chris Wilder would actually batter you in a fight.
Yeah, but I think I heard someone saying that he'd only got 1 point or something. So his previous fights clearly haven't been going too well. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna end the show now because it's been a long episode. Nice. Right, it was nice to have everyone on this episode. It's been good.
Yeah, sorry I was late again.
Thanks for the invite.
No worries. It'll become a regular thing, Arlo, that you just lay every episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you though?
Yeah, I am.
We do all the adult chat in the first half, and then Arlo joins, and it kind of gets a bit silly.
We even paused the podcast for you this time. We needed you. All right, good stuff. I'll see you later, everyone.
Big up Hugh Grant.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye-bye.